Alright, so it looks like we did break bearish out of this zone of support I drawn for Axie Infinity. You can see here it held us up for quite some time since the beginning of the year, and we've had some pretty decent moves out of it. But it looks like we have tested it too much within this range and finally broken it to the downside. And we could very well come back up here and test it as resistance again before further falling down. But for now, I'm going to turn this box red since it'll be acting as resistance now. If we take a quick look at the Ichimoku cloud as well as the EMA ribbon on the daily, you can see that, we originally had to move up into this red box and we got rejected out of it, and it eventually pushed us all the way out of the Ichimoku cloud and actually threw this green EMA spread to the downside, which flipped it back red. And you can see, which really isn't a great sign in my opinion, that we haven't even tested the EMA spread throughout this move. So the next time we touch it, especially since it's getting wider, it could very well be catastrophic. The Ichimoku cloud is widening on the daily, also not a great sign. Again, if we come to meet this as resistance within this red box as well as the EMA ribbon here, it could very well be disastrous. What I'd really like to see happen here is the next time we interact with the Ichimoku cloud that we break through it, because the more that we test this and have big rejections like this, the more it's going to be a trending move to the downside. If we take a look at the fib here, you can see that we've broken this one level at where this low is back here. You can actually see we tested it here and had a pretty decent move to the upside. It doesn't look like a lot, but from this test to here it was around a 13% move. There's not really much to say on the smaller time frames, as they're all saying pretty much the same thing, right? Bearish breakouts. So if we take a look at the Fibonacci retracement here, we can kind of get a general idea of where we could potentially go to the downside. And you can see here our first stop is likely going to be around the 1618, which is around $30. I am using the AXS USD chart, which doesn't have a lot of price history for it. But in general, the USD charts are going to be a little bit more accurate than the USDT charts, as the USDT coin itself actually fluctuates a little bit. But if we go to the AXS USDT chart, so tether chart, you can actually see that the 1618 level right here, right, $30, 1618, is lining up relatively well with this high right here, so around 30 bucks. And if we can't manage to find support here, the next stop is probably going to be around the 2618 at around 17 bucks. And this is actually coming from this low here. You see, it's around the range of $17, but I really don't think that's going to hold. I think we're probably going to see a move back down to this high, which is around $10. And ultimately, that $10 level is at the 3618. So to sum things up here, we have broken this bearish to the downside, which isn't great. It has been holding us up for quite some time here, so I really don't expect it to immediately break this to the upside unless it's a fake out. You can see we spent almost already 3 days underneath this, so at what point are you going to call this a fake out? And if we do manage to find support somewhere around here, which I'm not really seeing anything on the chart indicating so, we'll likely just see a rejection off this and move down to this $30 level. Now, in my opinion, $30 really has to hold. I don't think this 2618 at 17 bucks will hold. So if we break below this $30 level, we'll likely move all the way back down to 10 bucks at the 3618. Now, I don't really want to talk about this level too much at $10, as we really need to break this and this to the downside first. So let's see what happens at the 1618, right? We could do something like this and break it to the upside, but we'll just have to get to that point first. So this is all I have for Axie Infinity today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so, as I try to post content daily. As always, this is not financial advice, and I'll see you in the next one.